afternoon. For those of you who don't know, my name is Maya Karen. I run a fashion blog called Classically Kept. It does feature luxury, contemporary, and how-to style, and now natural hair care. If you are into that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you will never miss a video. So I have seen this video kind of circulating since I have started my YouTube journey, and it's quite controversial and people have so many opinions about it. So I just decided to start the conversation here on my channel. So today I have 10 things that you need to stop doing, stop buying, or get rid of if you want to be classic and chic. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before I get started, like all of the rest of these videos, these are my opinion. I focus more so on classic fashion, but I'm not scared or I'm not afraid to dip my toe into trends. As y'all know, I absolutely love voluminous sleeves. They are a trend, but I am hoping that it will become a classic. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one, which really I shouldn't even need to say, but number one is panty lines, bra showing. Any type of undergarment that you are wearing should not be showing. We should not be able to see it. And the name suggests just that. It's an undergarment. Now, I know it's not as popular this season as it was a couple of seasons ago, but Dior came out with this absolutely gorgeous sheer dress. But I noticed that the designer, or that the models that were wearing it while they were doing their photo shoots, they had on bralettes and then they had on boy shorts. For me, for my style, very inappropriate, and y'all have seen my Zara completely sheer maxi dress, and I put a full dress on under it. But gone are the days where we should be seeing the outline of your panties, whether they be boy shorts, whether they be thongs. There are so many great underwear companies out here that we should not be seeing your undergarments, okay? Keep them under your garment. We don't want to see them. You know, there's nothing worse than seeing a gorgeous woman walking down the street in a monochrome, beautiful outfit or whatever type of outfit she has on. And then as you watch her walk away, you can see the imprint of her thong. Very classy. And it can actually quite be distracting, but just don't do it. Find some type of underwear that's not going to be showing through your clothing, okay? Which is going to lead me to number two. And I know we are in the movement of you should love me how I am, you should accept me how I am, but that does not mean that your booty meat should be hanging out the bottom of your skirt, should be hanging out the bottom of your shorts. Now, I am 32. There is nothing wrong with wearing miniskirts. There's nothing wrong with wearing shorts, hot pants, whatever you call them. But that doesn't mean that the bottom of your booty, the bottom booty meat should actually be hanging out to the point that where you're walking down the street, you can actually see your butt cheeks going like this. Or let me give you a hint. I'm gonna help you out right here. If you walk out of the house and you have to constantly pull your shorts down, or you have to consistently pull your skirt down, it is too short. Like I've said, there is nothing wrong with a good mini skirt, nothing wrong with shorts, but your booty meat should not be hanging out. Inappropriate at any age, okay? And I'm seeing young women doing it younger and younger and younger, and no one is saying anything to them. I'm saying it. Stop doing it, okay? Number three, this is going to be more of like a cosmetic thing, and y'all know that I am not I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to makeup. But one thing that y'all need to stop doing is these huge, humongous eyelashes, okay? I have worn, I would say, eyelashes 3 times in my life. The first was when I was in a fashion show for homecoming week in college. The second was my wedding, and the third was my friend Jessica's wedding. And each time, I just felt like there were things crawling on my eyelids, but I know that's because I'm not very used to it. But what I'm talking about is when you open your eyes and they fan out like this, or if you open your eye and they're actually touching the top right to where your eyelids or your, what are these things called? The eyebrows, they're way too big. Again, like I said, I am not a cosmetic connoisseur. I understand now you can get individuals and they cost like hundreds of dollars. I would never spend my money on that, to each his own. But y'all are starting to look real crazy with these ridiculous eyelashes. I mean, they're just, and on top of that, like when you close your eyes or when you look down, you can just see this really thick line. I mean, it's just like bam and bam it looks crazy. I am all for natural beauty. I am all for enhancing your beauty. But some of the eyelashes that I have been seeing recently, they're just getting really ridiculous. So let's rein that in some and try to keep it as natural as possible, okay? Okay. The next thing is going to be wrinkled clothes. I am guilty of this. I disdain with a passion. I hate, 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 hate ironing clothes. Therefore, in my closet, you will not really see anything that needs to be ironed. I have gotten better with it. I actually prefer to steam my clothing rather than iron it. The only thing that I would say that is actually wrinkled in my closet is linen, but that's kind of like a gimme because linen looks classic whether or not it's just been steamed or whether or not you've been sitting down for a couple of hours and then you get up and it's wrinkled. I can kind of give you a pass on that. But like I just gave the example with the panty lines, there is nothing worse seeing a gorgeous woman walking down and then you notice that her shirt is wrinkled and then her pants are wrinkled or maybe her skirt is wrinkled. So if you are like me and you hate ironing, I would suggest that you invest in a steamer. To me, it works not necessarily faster, but it just seems like I'm damaging my clothing less, okay? I hate ironing so much that when I was younger, my father's Christian, we used to go to church on Sundays. I used to hate ironing so much that my father would always ask me Saturday night, well, Maya Karen, what are you wearing to church tomorrow? And I would show him my clothing or I would show him my outfit and I would show it to him on purpose, wrinkled, like to the point where I would ball it up, unball it, put it on a hanger, and then give it to him. He's like, okay, give it here. I thought you'd never ask. Here you go, Daddy. He'd iron it. I'd be cute. We'd be on our way to church, okay? But make sure that when you're stepping outside of your house, that your clothing is not wrinkled, okay? The next one, I know this is going to be a controversial one because they're everywhere. And one of the biggest up and coming shoe designers is making these all over the place. And while they are gorgeous, you guys, I need you to give up the PVC shoes. Number one, you are paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Yes, I'm talking about Amina Muwadi. And sometimes even $1,000 for a pair of her shoes. And they're plastic. They're PVC. The bottom is probably leather. Everything else is probably leather. It can be bejeweled out. Stop wearing the PVC heels. Number one, when your feet start to sweat, you will actually be able to see the condensation and the beads of sweat in your feet. Your feet will start to stink. They will start to slide. And to be honest, it just doesn't look expensive. It doesn't look chic. It looks kind of cheap. And for you to be paying upwards of $500 for a pair of Amina Muwadis, and forget $500, I will say $750 plus, even $800, for you to be paying plastic for the PVC, no. Okay, so the next one I need y'all to get rid of, and this one, again, I mean, one of the biggest design houses in the world is shelling these out like nobody's business, but they are the dad sandal. Again, I'm going with classic. I'm not going with trendy. And these are certainly a trend because no one 5 years ago thought that Chanel would be making dad sandals or bougied up Birkenstocks, okay? I understand you want to be comfortable. There are so many other ways to make sure that you're comfortable. There are flip-flops. There are padded sneakers. There are just so many other ballet flats that also have cushion. There are just so many other alternatives. And to me, they just don't look good. I mean, I've seen people, now they kind of look okay with like a Bermuda short or a short, but I mean, I've seen people who throw on a dad sandal, the Chanel sandal, because they have them in black, they have them in a couple of different colors, they even have them in that like raffia type material. I've seen them throw them on with sundresses and things like that to kind of give their look or their outfit some edge. It doesn't look edgy. You look confused. You need to pick some type of aesthetic. I was going to say you need to pick a season, but that's another subject. But they don't look good. And here again, we're talking about Chanel. Those sandals are upwards of like $800, $900. If you find them brand new on a resale site, they're probably going to charge you more. But it just doesn't look good. Cecile Bonson made some. She put some flowers on the first strap. I can't think of the designer right now, but he's putting like velvet bows on him, and I'm seeing people pair them with baby doll dresses and pearls. And I understand that you're trying to go for the juxtaposition, but if you want to do like hard and soft, do something like a leather jacket and then throw on a baby doll dress. Don't throw on your dad's sandals, okay? I have not found an outfit where I think is cute enough to say, okay, well, let me try that trend. And, it looks good on some people, but it's just not something that I would put together, okay? Now, this next shoe trend, or this next shoe that I think you should get rid of, or that's not quite chic, and this is going to be another one. I know people are like, oh my God, really? But yes. And they are espadrilles, okay? I understand that they're a classic. I understand that designers come out with them every single summer and spring, but they just don't look good. To me, they're a little dowdy, and to me, they actually kind of cheapen your outfit unless you can't see them like you have on a maxi dress. And the ones that I'm specifically talking about, not necessarily the sandal espadrilles, but the ones that tie and they have kind of like that cap toe or like that cloth where your feet are covered. I have never found an outfit, even more so with the dad sandals, even more so with this shoe, the espadrille. I have seen beautiful dresses, and then again, I guess somebody was going for comfort and they throw on an espadrille and it just throws off the entire outfit, okay? I have not worn an espadrille, well, I have not worn a closed toe espadrille ever, but I have not worn an espadrille since high school. And even then, it was kind of biffy. So that, I can't get with it. It just kind of looks like you look fabulous from head to like ankle, and then you get to the bottom and it's like, what's up, grandma? That's one thing that I think that you need to get rid of. Okay, the next one, again, this is probably going to be very controversial. I know this is kind of like more for my edgy ladies, is ripped jeans. And I'm talking about the ripped jeans where you might as well have on shorts. I mean, I've seen ripped jeans where there's like a hole all the way from mid-thigh coming all the way to your ankle, and then the only thing that's really tacking it on is like a cuff at your ankle. It just doesn't look good. And even with the slits, I've never worn ripped jeans, but I haven't really seen those be popular since high school. For me, that was back in 2007, 2005, 2006. We are in 2021. There are so many different ways to show off your beautiful figure besides ripped jeans. You have high-waisted pants, you have straight leg, you have skinny, you have boot cut, you have shorts, you have Bermuda shorts. There are just so many things to do and buy and spend your money on than a $300 pair of jeans that you bought from ShopBop that you could have taken scissors yourself and did it, okay? It's just not classic. I don't like them, okay? But again, let me remind y'all, this is my opinion. This is what's not in my closet. These would be the things that if someone were to ask me, hey, Maya, style me. These are some of the things, the first things, if I look into your closet, I would say, okay, well, you need to get rid of this, and this, okay? Don't take it to heart. Just let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so the next one is a jean jacket. And I know this is going to be another one that sparks some type of controversy, but I just don't feel, I have never seen an outfit where it has actually up-chic an outfit. There are so many different other ways to cover up if you get cold. I'm one of those people. I am always cold, but you have cardigans, you have sweaters, you have jackets, you have shawls, you have turtlenecks. There are just so many other ways that look classic and chicer than a jean jacket. I remember when I was in high school, it was kind of like a matchy-match type situation. So for example, if you had a pair of white jeans, then you would match, and it was cropped at that, you would have a matching white cropped jean jacket. The same thing would follow suit if you were to have on red or yellow jeans, your cropped jean jacket would match. Or if you just wanted to keep it even more simple because it was readily available, you could have a dark wash or a light wash jean pant, and then you would have a matching jean cropped jacket. And that's the exact same thing with just the regular length jean jackets. Don't even get me started on the trench coat length. Like I know everybody remembers that photo of Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake when they had that full matchy jean jacket outfit on. That was cool back in the 90s or the early 2000s, but we're not doing that anymore. There are so many other chic ways to cover up. I am one of those people, I am always cold. I either always have a sweater, or when I'm in the house, I always have a blanket with me. But there are just so many other ways to cover yourself up. You have turtlenecks, although I know that's a whole nother conversation within itself. To me, turtlenecks are sexy, and you can't tell me otherwise. There are cardigans, there are sweaters, there are open cardigans, there are dusters, there are jackets, there are shawls. There are just so many other ways. I guess I just kind of identified jean jackets with being in high school or being a little kid. It looks cute when you're little, but when you're older, you know, your budget is a little bit bigger, and there are just so many other options. You have blazers. Balenciaga, J. Crew, Banana Republic, even Zara make gorgeous tailored blazers that you can wear besides a jean jacket, okay? So the last one, and again, I know this is going to be very controversial because this actually comes and goes, and every single time it comes, I'm like, why? But stop giving these brands free publicity. And what I'm talking about is logo mania. Now, don't get me wrong. I have almost pressed the buy button. I put something in my cart. I've thought about it, gone to get something to eat, come back, almost press the button, and then I just leave it in my cart. Logo mania. Stop giving these brands free publicity. I am all for an emblem, but it doesn't need to be every single piece. It doesn't need to be all over your wardrobe. You do not need to be wearing Fendi, the Fendi F from head to toe. I'm talking about the hat. I'm talking about the glasses. I'm talking about an F right here, but I'm talking about the F for Fendi glasses. The earrings. I'm talking about the shirt. Throw on some leggings and throw on the boots. It's too much, okay? If you must go for something like that, there are some companies out there that do it very subtly. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, what about LV? I don't like that monogram canvas. You will notice that any of the bags that I have, they either have the logo on there somewhere where you can't really see it. It might be one, like my new Tory Burch bag. Now that one is actually quite big, but I love the way that they did it. It's not plastered all over the bag, okay? But just my perspective on that is that if you don't know, you just don't know. For instance, my Dior Ever bag, which has been discontinued, although I love it and I still wear it, I don't even think it's hot stamped on the bottom. So with that bag, if you don't know, you just don't know. I don't need to be walking around advertising again for Dior with everything Dior. It looks like Dior just threw up on you, okay? You don't need to do that. If you must have a logo on your purse, on your shoes, that's fine, but don't wear it from head to toe, okay? And these brands, especially the ones, the trifecta, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, and Chanel, they have such other beautiful pieces where people will know that it's Chanel, but it's not so in your face, okay? So we have come to the end of our list. Let me know in the comments if you think or if you thought that these would be on my list, or if you didn't even think of some of these. Some of these are kind of like understated, kind of like the first one that I did, which is a pet peeve of mine, which is undergarments. But let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know if you think I'm missing anything, okay? I want to kind of just, get the conversation started. Again, to each his own. If you have all 10 of these in your closet, do you. These are just my opinions, okay? So I want to remind you that here on YouTube, I upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And then, of course, right here, I will put my Instagram handle. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Bye.